Good Tuesday morning, Southwest Arkansas, and welcome back to Southwest Arkansas Weather. Let's go over today's forecast, and also, as you can see in the title of this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about tomorrow's severe weather chances here at this time. So let's start off by taking a look at current temperatures across the area, and for the next, at least through Wednesday, we're going to be on the warmer side of things. As you can see, temperatures already up to 80 degrees in some of these areas, upper 70s, or in the 70s and 80s. It is going to be humid the next few days. Feel like temperatures later today across some areas may reach the upper or in the 90s for feel like heat index temperatures, while regular high temperatures are going to be in the 80s. Texarkana and El Dorado are going to get near 88 degrees potentially, maybe even closer to 90 degrees in some areas. I'm not going to rule out that being a possibility, but mid to upper 80s look like a good possibility with a few maybe 90 degree highs. Once again, as you get a little further closer up to the MENA area, maybe a little cooler up there in that area. Taking a look at radar though, as of 9:30 or 9:40 this morning, we did have some showers, some small showers and storms across far southwestern portions of the coverage area here in Union and Columbia counties. But those are since kind of decreased some. We're going to watch for some more possibility of some more of little pop-up storms throughout the day today, but we'll get to that here in just a minute. Looking at cloud cover, really seeing mostly cloudy skies across the area, starting to see a few peaks of sun. Looking at the data and stuff, we're supposed to see some mostly sunny skies or some gradually clearing throughout the day. We'll see if that occurs or if cloudy skies continue. I know earlier we did have a little break in cloud cover when you put this in motion a little earlier. We did have a little bit of a little break there in cloud cover, but that's filled back in there with some more clouds. So we'll see if that trend continues or if it's going to turn more towards a mostly sunny day. So I'm going to go with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy right now, just in case that cloud cover sticks around at this current time. Let's show you once again here. Let's take a look at what potential temperatures could be like across the area here as we put this in motion. This is the HRRR model, one of the models that we use to help us build a forecast. But taking a look at what it's showing temperatures could possibly get up into today or later today, up in the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s here across the area. A few areas may have a chance of reaching 90 degrees here across the general area, but once again, we'll see. We'll keep a close eye on that. I know these are not like the usual graphics that we usually do. The main reason for that is with the chance of severe weather, I really want to put the focus on that chance of severe weather at this current time. Once again, we're going to take a look at what futurecast could potentially look like. We will have to watch for some possibility of a few little pop-up storms as we progress throughout the day today. As you can see here, you may have little pop-up storms as we go into this evening and into the early overnight hours, and those may have a chance of producing a strong storm or two today, and we'll show you that here in just a second. Give me one moment. This is the severe weather outlook for today, or day one. This is your marginal risk. As you can see, it's across most of Arkansas. That's a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. That's your very low end severe weather threat, mainly for the possibility of a few strong wind gusts and large hail. We do also still have that small 2% very low end non-zero tornado threat that we're going to have to watch for the Arkadelphia, Mena, Hot Springs, Malvern, Hope, D. Queen, Texarkana, Nashville, Murfreesboro, Glenwood, Mount Ida areas, and Sheridan there as well. Once again, this is not a really big risk, but it's still worth mentioning if the storms can develop. It's not everybody's going to see rain today. That's the biggest thing. Most areas are going to stay dry. You will have some storms that pop up and produce some rainfall. Rain chances are right now around 30 to 20 to 10% really across the area. Not everybody's going to see rain, but those storms could have the possibility, if they can get going later today, for that potential of maybe a strong wind gust large hail maybe, and maybe a very, very low tornado threat, but we'll monitor it and keep you updated closely. That's a look at the damaging wind outlook. As you can see, 5% low end threat there. Same thing for your hail threat there with that as well. So real quickly here, before we show you some more model guidance and such for your day on for Wednesday, we're going to take a look at the severe weather outlook for Wednesday or for tomorrow. We do have a new severe weather outlook, and we're going to continue to update this as we get more information in over on the Facebook page and here on the YouTube page. We'll have a live stream both on Facebook and the YouTube page tonight, probably closer to 7 to 8 p.m. probably tonight for that live stream. But as you can see, we do have that orange color area for the Mena, Hot Springs, Mount Ida, Glenwood, Murfreesboro, Arkadelphia, Magnolia, Hope, DeQueen, Texarkana, pretty much almost statewide, really. They're the southeast corner of the state's in a slight risk, a 2 out of 5. That does include portions of Union County and El Dorado. But once again, that enhanced risk, or that orange color that you see there on the radar, or on this graphic here, is your medium or enhanced severe weather threat. That's a 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. The tornado threat's it's on the low side with this. It still needs to be monitored closely. We will have to, all modes of severe weather will be possible on Wednesday, but the biggest concern right now is damaging wind gusts and large hail with that at this current time. There is the possibility of up to baseball size hail being a possibility with this storm, with this event. So up to baseball size hail could be a possibility, and 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts could be a possibility with this with this event that moves through Wednesday. Here's a look at the damaging wind outlook. As you can see, that red 30% higher chance of seeing some damaging wind gusts. Really go for where that enhanced risk is at. Outside of that, you have that 15% yellow color medium risk for damaging wind gusts there as well. So we'll have to monitor that. We'll have to see what the National Weather Service does or the Storm Prediction Center does as we get closer to Wednesday, and what they decide to do with that damaging wind potential. It's still a little early on to really zone in on, hey, this area's got a better chance, for that damaging wind outlook. But for us to already have a 30% high chance for some damaging wind gusts, it's worth noting to stay weather aware tomorrow, have multiple ways to receive warnings, and just go ahead and be prepared and make sure you know what to do in case any severe warnings or anything is issued. We will be live in case there is any tornado warnings or any severe warnings with the considerable or destructive or tornado possible tags on them. We will be live tracking those across the area as long as we can down here. Once again, this is the large hail outlook. This is that red area. It kind of split southwest Arkansas in half. That red area there is your 30% high chance for some large hail, and that's the Malvern, Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, Hope, Texarkana, DeQueen, Mena, Mount Ida, Glenwood areas. And you do see that little hatched area or that dashed area there. That's for that potential of up to very large hail being possible, or 2-inch or greater size inch hail being a possibility. Outside of that, you have that yellow area, which is your 15% medium damage or large hail potential for your El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia, down to just Spring Hill in Louisiana, up to the just around the Sheridan area there as well. We'll watch this closely. Remember, things can change and will change as we get closer, so make sure you're monitoring the page for more updates with that. Once again, the damaging wind threat and large hail threat look to be the greatest at this current time, but we still need to watch that tornado threat. We will have to watch that 5% low-end tornado threat at this time. The tornado threat looks a little greater to our north, to the north of us at this current time, northeast of us at this current time here. That brown color that you see there for the Mena, Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, DeQueen, Hope, Texarkana, Nashville, Glenwood areas, Murfreesboro, Delight there, Prescott, Sheridan. You're in that 5% low-end tornado threat. Once again, I still want to monitor it. Even if you're in that brown color, I know it says low, you still need to monitor that closely. Once you start getting up there a little closer to that 10% and a little higher, that's when you really need to, that's when it's really really any chance, 2% to, a 60% for the tornado outlook still you got to pay attention to it. Once again, we'll watch it closely and we'll keep you updated on that. Then outside of that brown color is your 2% tornado threat there for the Camden, or your very low end threat for the Camden, El Dorado, Magnolia areas there as well, Fordyce at this current time. Now remember, we are still a little far. We're still about a day or so away from this event, so things will change between now and then. We will have more information as we get closer, and we'll continue to get a better idea. Right now, timing looks to be Wednesday afternoon and into Wednesday evening, really. Wednesday evening looks to be the main potential with that. So let's take a look real quickly here, back at some future bless me, some future model guidance here with this here at this current time. And let's take a look at what the HRRR is showing for what potential radar could possibly look like. Once again, I want to make this very clear. You're going to hear me say this a lot. Future radar, or this model guidance here, isn't exactly what future radar is going to look like. It gives us a general idea. It is a piece of the many things we use to build a forecast. It is not the sole thing that we use to build a forecast. It's one of the pieces. So you got to remember that this is basically a general idea on what we could see, not necessarily exactly what we're gonna see come Wednesday. We're gonna have more updates once again as we continue to get closer to this here at this current time. So starting radar off at 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning. As you can see here, not a whole lot going on, but as you look off towards your north, you may have a line that moves through northern Arkansas potentially in the morning, but we'll see what occurs with that. But later on in the day, you'll start to see some more storms that we'll have to monitor in that afternoon. But I really think you look off over here in the Oklahoma, Arkansas area, you start to see a line of storms potentially form there around 5 p.m. Those will have a large hail threat and damaging wind threat with them, and that tornado threat being a possibility with it as well. If we do get any storms out in front of the line, we'll have to monitor that closely and we'll have to watch that. But as you can see here, it's not necessarily it's not we're going to have to monitor it still, but it looks like it's going to, it's kind of right now, I guess you could say, kind of messy on what this is showing, but it's still early. We're going to have to monitor it closely and we'll continue to keep you updated. But as you can see there, really the time frame, I would say right now, from the looks of it, we'll have to watch for any storms in that afternoon, but I really think the main focus is when that line starts to develop off over there in to the north of us, and right there in the evening time frame, right there around 5 p.m. And as we head into the 6 p.m. time frame, 7 p.m. And such there into the early overnight hours, and then by the time we start to head towards your by midnight, it should look as of this one model, it looks to have it moved out of the area at this time. This is another model that we use. This is a North American model. Let's show you also what this is picking up on here as well, with this being with what we could potentially see on Wednesday as well. Remember, this isn't exactly what future radar is going to look like. It gives us a general idea. We'll have a timing map probably out tonight with that potential, to show you what could possibly be the potential timing for that. One thing to remember with that is things will change and things are going to change as we get closer. But looking at this, you can see this kind of has that same general idea. You start to see a line. This is kind of still showing you that general idea of where we're seeing that line kind of develop and such, and across the area here. This kind of brings it in a little later into that area, and once again, we'll have to monitor what occurs with that as we continue to get closer to that. Once again, there's still going to be a lot of changes and a lot of updates made to this as we get closer. We'll get more information there once again, and we'll continue to keep you updated with that. So right now, stay weather aware, have multiple ways to receive warnings, continue to monitor the page for any new updates. I think Wednesday evening is the main time frame right now, late Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening. from what it looks like currently. We'll have updates over on the Facebook page. We'll do a live stream tonight here on YouTube and Facebook at around 7 to 8 p.m.-ish, probably closer to 8 p.m. here across the area tonight. And then we'll do some more stuff tomorrow before the severe weather event, and we'll have the live nonstop radar coverage up on the YouTube page tomorrow to track any storms that are needed to be tracked there. And if we need to go live and break into coverage on Facebook and break into live nonstop stream on YouTube, we will, and we'll be here ready to track those storms for you. So make sure to keep an eye out on the page. Make sure to have multiple ways to receive warnings. Know what to do in case a warning is issued. Make sure you have multiple sources and ways to receive warnings. National Weather Service offices in Little Rock and Shreveport cover our area. Check those people out. Check out your local meteorologist as well. Make sure to have multiple ways to receive warnings just in case something happens and, we lose power or something of that nature, or, we're not able to cover for some reason. You have those other sources just in case. Always better to have multiple than just to have one and something happen and then you have none. That's the way to look at it there as well. Big thanks as always to Palmer's Roofing, J&S Auto Supply, Terry's Place, Fort Smith Therapy for all they do to help us get this information to you guys. Make sure to check them out over on Facebook there as well. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. Once again, we'll have more updates on the Facebook page throughout the day. We'll continue to keep you updated, as always, right here at your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.